Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. You know, they say things about Fresno and the Valley that just aren't true, like there's no jobs. There are so many jobs in so many industries. You just got to get the right training. And we're always looking around Central Valley Talk for people, someone that can help people get trained so they could get some of these good jobs. So we've invited our friend Peter Robles from Certified Forklift Training. Do I have it right?
That's correct.
If people could get training on a forklift. Those are some pretty good jobs, aren't they?
And very good jobs out there, and the wages are high. They're willing to pay as high as $15 an hour now for a good forklift operator. And whether it's a stand-up or a sit-down forklift makes no difference. The certification is good for either one.
For all of them. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I drove forklifts back in the maybe late 70s. We never had any training. They just said go to town.
Right.
Did the rules change?
Well, you know, it's not so much the rules change as much as the body count started to go up.
Body count.
And that's, unfortunately, is
it's
the
pretty
truth.
dangerous, isn't it? People
It can be. If you don't know what you're doing, you can really dig yourself a deep hole. With regard to the training itself, it's relatively, the simplicity of it really blows people away, but it doesn't take a lot of real heavy-duty education to get the certification. There are 33 regulations that they're responsible for, and that's what we try to teach them. And after they've learned that, they have to pass a written test to make certain. OSHA insists upon it, and so they have to score at least a 70% or better on that written test before they can even advance to forklift.
So there's some classroom time before the driving time.
Absolutely, they have to have that, and the tests themselves are not what I'd call real simple, but they're self-explanatory. You can pretty well use the process of elimination to get a lot of them right. It's common sense, actually. We're continually telling the students that, but once again, it's a situation where people make a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah. I mean, it's safety things like don't go around a corner with your forks so high or something like that, and so you can probably guess that that's the answer.
Right, but they have the stipulations with regard to that. They want that forklift down. If it does any serious damage, it might hit you in the ankle, break your leg or break your ankle. But as far as being fatal, no, that should go away. We had an average, according to the National Safety Council, for the entire United States, of 95,000 injuries for forklift operators. Couldn't figure that one out either. But it come to be that, everybody thought they were John Wayne, going to pull themselves up on that and into that chair, and they managed to pull their back out more than they did anything else. But as far as the death toll, we've averaged about 125, a little bit more or less per year, but it's been constant. There hasn't been a real dive down, and that's what we're going for.
We're trying to eliminate more of those. I had a
that.
boss once who backed the forklift into the box car and then out the other door, and he lived. But I guess they're really heavy machines, aren't they?
Yes.
So if one tips over on you, you're done for.
An electric forklift, the battery alone weighs 5,000 pounds. Wow. And you start adding all the equipment that's attached. And forklifts are getting ready to make a real change in the industry, I think, with electrics coming on pretty strong, and the fossil fuel type things are going to start to go the way of the dodo bird.
Going away, yeah. Now, who comes to you? Is it people who get a job and then they send them for training, or is it people who are thinking they'd like to get into that industry?
Both. We get a variety, both, all the way down the line. The companies themselves are mandated to provide that training, so they actually have sent us individuals to become instructors, and we can do that. And this way it keeps it in-house, and they can control their own situation. There are those that have come to us wanting to just be an instructor. Actually, you have to have a sponsor, a company that's willing to take you on as their instructor, in order for us to really respond to that type of request. But the training is there, and it's available to anybody. As far as the rest of it goes, it's mandated that these people maintain their certification, which means that you're going to be going, like the driver's license, every 3 years you're going to have to renew it. That's basically the same thing with a forklift. The rules will change. Some will be eliminated, some will be modified, or possibly even taken out and rewritten. But there are changes that come about, and we need to keep those people just as up to date as we possibly can with regard to anything.
Now, are these state requirements and a state-administered test, or do you administer the test?
Well, we administer the tests and everything, and we will provide the tests ourselves, but we have a guideline, OSHA, which they're very cooperative, and I was OSHA trained, and I know that there are a lot of people out there, several of them, that OSHA people that wondered about even coming on board with us, and I'd say, come on ahead. We need the help.
Yeah. Now, you have to keep abreast of all the rule changes.
Exactly. When I get upset when we're not notified, but luckily we haven't had a situation come about that really was imperative that we get the word out. But when it needs to be out there, we want to be right there with everybody else, right at the top of the head of the line.
Now, I know you've been going through a lot of growth and a lot of changes. Can you tell us about any of that?
Yes, we've got this one school. I can't believe I remember the
Learn for Life.
Learn for Life. All right, thank you, Betty. But Learn for Life. They are a teaching school that's accredited in the state of California. And what they are is it's like a finishing school for people who walked away from an education when they were younger, young and dumb, whatever. And they for whatever the reason, they found out that they had to learn. They had to get an education, or nobody was going to give them the good job they really wanted.
They need some kind of step up.
So
skill.
That's they came into our office and they said, "We like what you're doing, and we'd like to be able to send our people to you." So we reached an agreement, signed contracts, and so this coming year we're going to be actually getting involved with them.
That's quite going to be a big growth for you.
Absolutely.
Now there's a lot of jobs coming at Amazon and things like that they're going to need skilled forklift drivers.
Absolutely, and that's just the beginning. You've got Amazon and Ultra, the cosmetic company. Of course, Kraft Foods has been there forever. It's my understanding that King, was it?
Walmart.
What?
Walmart.
Oh, Walmart. That's right. Walmart. I kind of forget them.
And they're growing, and new places are coming all the time.
Absolutely. Now they've got technologies coming into Kingsburg. They're going to. It seems that they're going to have a technologies facility being built there in Kingsburg. They're going to employ 1,000 people.
Wow. Now, if somebody signs up, I mean, they say, man, forklift, at first I think it'd be a fun job driving a forklift. I've done it. It was fun. But a little bit of a skilled training, and they want to sign up. How long are they going to be in school?
Actually, the way we do it, they're going to be there a whole 2 days. That's 4 hours a day, 2 days in a row. And that should be able to get them right through it.
A couple days, and you're going to be a certified forklift driver.
They can go out and look for a job, yes.
Does everybody pass, or do you get a few that just can't make it through?
No, not everybody passes. Sometimes it might be the tests, the written portion, but by far it's the driving that gets them in trouble. They just there's a lack of confidence with regard to the use of the equipment, and with the tests now, they have to drive. They have to maneuver through the obstacle course, both backwards and forwards. Wow. And I guess that backward really throws him. I had the first guy that ever went through it. He got halfway and he stopped. He looked over and he says, "Which way do I go?" And he had rehearsed that and done it, forward perfectly. Huh. But you can get lost.
Do you have to do hills too, or ramps?
We discuss it. 10 ramps, 10% or more. There's a specific set, field of instruction. Okay. With regard to how you're going to handle the equipment. Of course, it's always, like I try to tell the kids, the students, you just, the forklifts, the forks should always face up the hill. Never.
Up the hill. Don't back up the hill.
Right. Okay. But if you're going to come down the hill, you've got to come down in reverse.
Back down the hill. So the forks are always pointing up the hill. Okay.
It's just that simple.
Well, listen, Peter Robles, Certified Forklift Training Center. You can check them out on the internet, cftc.net. That's Certified Forklift Training Center, cftc.net. And you can phone them up there at 559, of course, 325-8097. Now, you're kind of out by the airport?
We are right next to the runway, actually.
Okay.
But, very easy to find. I believe there's a miniature golf place right there on...
Blackbeard, right by Blackbeard's.
Right near Blackbeard's. Across the street, the buildings that face Blackbeard's, we are on the other side. We are the back side of that building.
Anything else you want our viewers to know about Certified Forklift Training Center?
Well, they'll probably see us at the DMV the next time they go.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have a video running on that.
Right. We will have. It's a silent video. I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to do this. It's being produced in Connecticut, and so we should have something in the way of results within the next 2 weeks.
Good. Yeah, I've said at that DMB, and I really appreciate anything they put up on that video monitor. So it'll be fun to see Certified Forklift Training Center up there.
I'm just nervous as to how it's going to come about.
Yeah.
But
you're an old hand on TV here. You've been here dozens of times. So.
Well, you've got a friendly audience. No two ways about that.
Yeah. All right. Peter Robles, Certified Forklift Training Center. Go to cftc.net or call them up at 559-325-8097. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.